Liebe Fußballfreunde, bitte erheben Sie sich, falls es Ihnen möglich ist, für die Nationalhymnen. Und wir starten mit der Hymne unserer Gäste aus Malta. Und jetzt, liebe Fußballfans, singen wir gemeinsam die deutsche Nationalhymne.
So there we have it, the national anthems out of the way. A very warm welcome to everyone joining us here for this qualification game en route to the Under-21 European Championships in Albania and Serbia in 2027. It's the fourth group game for Germany here today as they take on bottom side Malta. Currently Germany in third place on 6 points, one behind Northern Ireland in second. A total of 6 points behind Greece in first. Greece securing a 3-0 win over Georgia just before kickoff here. So 3 points very much needed by Antonio Di Salvo and his side here this evening. A total of 8 changes from the Under-21 manager here this evening. Antonio Di Salvo mixing things up somewhat. Tom Bischoff, Nicolo Tresoldi and Lucas Ulrich, the only 3 to keep their places in the starting 11. Germany with 2 wins from 3 games so far. Disappointing 3-2 defeat to Greece on a night where Germany were probably the better side, but came away with nothing. Their only bump in the road so far. Of course, the top 2 teams in the group will move on. And a win today will see Germany go above Northern Ireland into second place, and then just 3 behind league leaders Greece. Well, it is a game that most will be expecting Germany to come out on top of, as the two sides meet here in the Sportpark Ronhof, the home of German side Greuther Fürth. Not quite a full house, but good attendance here for this game. Malta currently at bottom of the group. It's their fourth game as well, have lost all three so far. It was always going to be tough for Malta to qualify in a group with the likes of Germany, Greece, Northern Ireland, Georgia, Latvia. The other team making up the six in Group F. And Germany will want to put in a really good, solid performance here today. They do come up against Georgia in 4 days' time on the 18th of November. And after Greece have just beat them 3-0, they will want to follow suit and keep the pressure on at the top of the table. So the action underway here in the Sportpark Ronhof. Germany playing from left to right here in the first 45. Just to take you through the starting 11 one more time. Neo Backhaus, the Werder Bremen keeper, starts in between the sticks. Jeltsch, Collins, Karschi and Ulrich making up the back four. Three in midfield, Kömmer, Kemlein and Bischoff. Anza and Lennart Karl supporting top striker and top goal scorer at under-21 level, Nicolo Tresoldi up front. Lennart Karl, of course, shining bright for Bayern Munich, especially in recent weeks, making his under-21 debut here this evening. Very, very exciting young player, Lennart Karl, with a very, very bright future. Given an opportunity to impress here at under-21 level by Antonio Di Salvo. The kind of player Nicolo Tresoldi will not mind having alongside him going forward. Nicolo Tresoldi in fine form for club and country as Germany come powering forward. Here is Lennart Karl getting involved early on. Big things expected from the young Bayern Munich forward. And if he keeps it up, it won't be long until we see him in the senior side, if you ask me. Of course, always important not to put too much pressure or have too many expectations put on such a young player. Germany, more often than not, really good at developing young talent in the right way. Ulrich with the first half chance of the game from distance, unable to keep the effort down though. Going back to Germany's number 9, Nicolo Tresoldi, has been finding the back of the net for club and country this season. Has 9 goals in 20 appearances. Tonight his 21st for the under-21s. Over in the Jupiler Pro League in Belgium with his club, Club Bruges. Has 7 goals in all competitions this season. 4 in the Pro League, 2 in the Champions League as well. Ball given away cheaply by Malta. Out wide to Lennart Karl. Germany knocking the ball around nicely and confidently here. Just patiently waiting for an opening. Malta, as expected, sitting deep, getting plenty of bodies behind the ball. Ulrich with a peculiar first touch. Definitely wasn't part of the game plan, but Evert able to recover quickly. Lovely one-touch stuff here from Germany as they work it wide to Lennart Karl once more. Seeing a lot of the ball here in these opening stages. Shimmies inside, we'll leave it to Kömür. Kömür gets the 1-2 back. Tries to centre it, ball remains in play, and now the header for Tresoldi. And on the follow-up, I'm not sure if his teammate Kemline maybe gets in the way there. First real big chance of the game there. Nicolo Tresoldi with the header. And Sargent in goal. Does well to keep it out. Kemline and Bischoff. More of a holding midfield role. As Kömür, the more attacking of the three. Sort of in between Anza on the left and Karl on the right. Just in behind Tresoldi. The whistle does go eventually. For a foul on Ulrich there by Tuma. And Malta number 9. Just misjudging the tackle slightly. Given away by Finn Jeltsch. Quick ball over the top. Malta looking for the instant transition. Number 9, Tuma, does possess plenty of pace. One way that Malta could potentially hurt Germany. Nothing wrong with the challenge, according to the referee. There's Malta power forward. Azopardi has a bit of time and space to work with here. Decides to just put the brakes on it and allow a little bit of support to arrive. Ewerum runs out of space. Easily dealt with by Jeltsch there. Beautifully into the path of Tresoldi. Tries to centre it there rather unselfishly for Kemline, who'd just made a good run into the edge of the penalty area to his left. Germany will have a corner though. So, a promising and positive start here from Germany. And there is the opening goal. And it comes from long distance. It's their captain, Tom Bischoff, who gets the party started. Did come through quite a few bodies there to make life difficult for Sargent in goal. He would have seen it very late. And he strikes it really well. Tom Bischoff to score his first goal for the under-21s. And just his third appearance on Antonio De Salvo's side. Bayern Munich midfielder helping Germany set the tone early here. Malta yet to score a goal in the group phase. Has been a pretty rough ride for them so far. Kicked life off in Group F with a 5-0 defeat to Greece. Beaten 2-0 by Northern Ireland. And then 5-0 by Georgia. Less than 10 minutes gone. Already a goal down here against Germany. Basil Tuma running the ball out of play there. Sanza inside, just slightly behind Kemlein. He's unable to adjust in time. Germany winning the ball back inside the Malta half. Unable to keep the pressure on here. I think Borg was expecting a free kick there as Kömür came across. It's a Germany player able to get enough on the ball. Fizzed out wide to Lennart Carr. Always looking to run at the defender. Runs out of ideas that time. Well defended, to be fair. By Healy. Could have a busy night ahead up against the Bayern Munich winger. Miss hit there from Finn Jeltsch. Just gives Malta a chance to breathe. Davide Mazzotta, the man in charge of Malta's under-21s. They've come into this knowing the tough task ahead. Sanza unable to take the ball down efficiently. Nearly intercepts there. Slight push in the back from Ulrich. Allows Malta to just reset and get a few bodies further forward. They've taken it short and quickly. Not sure that was the best idea as Sanza takes advantage of a misplaced pass out wide. Lovely weight on that switch of play from Lennart Carr. Ulrich looking for Anza. Anza with his back to his teammate though, unaware that the ball was coming his way. I think he wanted it played a little further forward into his forward movement. Kemlein gives away the free kick, but Germany keeping the pressure on here. Looking very hungry for a second goal. Well, now Sargent urging his players to get forward. Just important for Malta to just move the entire team a little bit further up the pitch so they can avoid getting pinned back the way they have here with 13.5 minutes gone. Very much been one-way traffic so far. And they can use dead ball situations to get everyone forward and into the Germany half. They need to take advantage of it. Forced all the way back to Sargent. Good header on. Shielded over the line by Joshua Kashi. Neo Backhaus, only recently coming back from injury. Very exciting young German keeper, Neo Backhaus, currently with Werder Bremen. He's their go-to number one in between the sticks at the moment as well. Lovely ball inside to Kemlein. Big save from Sargent. Danger not over yet, though. Back across, and Tresoldi takes the header on, just slightly behind. Put back in by Lennart Karl. And Tresoldi unable to keep the header down. Very nearly a second for Germany there. Credit to Carl Sargent in goal for Malta. Does well to deal with that situation. Kashi gets that one wrong. Nice trickery out wide from Attards, looking for options. That was good link-up play. Just couldn't get the shot out from underneath his feet there. Karl and looking to switch it out wide to the Union Berlin man. Ilias Anza has one goal in 4 appearances for the under-21s. Jelch, drop of the shoulder. Jelch to Kemlein. Now Anza drags it wide. It's unselfish from Kemlein, who could have easily pulled the trigger himself. Decides to leave it to Ilias Anza. Had a bit more of an angle to work with. Almost looked as if he was caught in between two minds. Has to take it with his right or his left. Went for the left in the end. It's probably the right decision, just didn't get the execution right. Germany with a handful of opportunities to go 2-0 up already. First mistake we've seen from Sargent in goal for Malta. Could be a busy night for him. Komu. Held back, free kick taken quickly by Lennart Karl, now out wide to Anza. Bischoff on the edge of the penalty area, has scored already from that sort of range. Winds up for a second attempt, this time sees it blocked up. Collins out wide to Jelch. Camus does really well. Great hold-up play, then brings Lennart Karl into the mix. Jeltsch misfires with the cross. And Malta hoof the ball clear, if only for a moment. The pressure from Germany relentless so far. 19 minutes played. Hansa starts his engine down the left, ball inside to Tresoldi. Lays it up for Jeltsch. Does eventually get the shot off the deflection. Takes it out for a corner. Just took his time a little there. Had options in the middle as well. Still, another chance for Germany to send one into the danger zone here. Corner from this near side. And towards the near post, doesn't get past the first defender. Quite enough height on that one from Tom Bischoff. Ulrich floats one over the top. Tresoldi at the back post. So he was trying to head it back across towards Ilyas Hansa. He was just lurking, waiting for a ball to come his way. Misjudges the flight of the ball there slightly, the Germany number 9. Karchi, nice direct ball through the middle, picked up by Ilyas Hansa. Nice control from the Union Berlin winger. He's a very versatile forward. Ilyas Hansa can play anywhere across the front three, either wing or straight down the middle. Karl does really well. Can't pick out the teammates with the final ball, but the corner's starting to really rack up now for Germany. Haven't really been able to make the most of them so far. But Lennart Karl putting in quite the under-21 debut already here. Here comes the delivery. Better height on that one from Bischoff. Danger not over yet, picked up by Tresoldi. Karl out wide to Ulrich. Puts it in first time, finds its way to Bischoff. Stopped in his tracks initially. Able to keep the move alive though. Hansa tries to sneak one inside the near post there, but Sargent does well. Next corner for Germany. Sooner or later, you get the feeling they're going to make one of them count. It's been a bit of a mixed bag in terms of quality of crosses from those corners so far. definitely looked a lot more dangerous in open play as Jeltsch gets that one completely wrong. Gives away the free kick and picks up a yellow card for his troubles as well. He might get just a little bit on the ball there, but he's always in trouble once he miscontrolled the ball. And Woodham unable to keep the ball in play. Malta have had very little of the ball, and what they have had, they haven't really been able to do much with. More often than not, giving it straight back to Germany. Really need to, if they can, of course, try and hold on to it for a little bit longer. And just slow things down. It has been a little bit rushed, of course. Germany applying the pressure on the ball carrier as soon as possible, which doesn't make it any easier for the Malta players. Move breaks down again for the visitors. And Germany will build from the halfway line here. Tuma arriving late. Next player to go into the book. Was looking away from D. Collins there, so no intent behind it, that's for sure, but still a little clumsy from the Malta number 9. Hansa to Ulrich. Bischoff has a swing at it there. Collins helps it forward. Kemlein. Lovely ball. Ilias Hansa tries to head it past the defender. Hansa finding himself in a lot of space a lot of the time out on that left wing. Germany able to pick him out with those switches of play time and time again. Good distribution again, this time out onto the right. I think that's where the difference in ability is clearest, is the calmness on the ball and then the quality of the pass. Even as favourites, it's rarely easy playing your way through a very, very low block, which is the way Malta are set up here. No surprises that they are. coming into this as underdogs. That is what you would expect. Sit deep, try and hit on the counter if and when possible. And as the team coming up against that sort of a setup, often hear fans complaining about how they struggle to find a way through. It must be easy if you're the better team, but it really isn't. Bodies are bodies. And there's a lot of them in and around the penalty area. There's very little space to work with. So no surprise really to see Germany's first goal come from distance as well. It is the one downside to having that many defenders or players back defending. It does make life more difficult for the goalkeeper sometimes when those long-range efforts do find a little pocket of space and squeeze through. Can be very hard to react in time. Certainly was the case for Germany's first. The only goal of the game so far. Even at just 1-0 up, I think it's fair to say Germany looking very, very comfortable at the moment. Nearly caught in possession, as well to recover in the end. Bischoff looking for Anza again. Does find him. First touch, just lets the Berlin winger down. Plenty of options on the bench today as well from Antonio Di Salvo. Number of players that could come on and make their debut, the likes of Mika Bauer, Arion Ibrahimovic, Anton Kade. In terms of goal scorers, some exciting young players as well. Pecinovic and Nelson Viper, two very exciting forwards. Have scored at under-21 level already. Both on the bench today, and I'm sure eager to come on and get their names on the score sheets. Here's Leonard Carr. In the meantime, tries his luck from distance. Skimming along the wet surface there. And Sargent scrambling to get across. Full stretch to make sure. It does go wide. Fired into the outside side netting. It wasn't too far away though. Might have just kissed the outside of the post there as well. Does have one goal already in the Bundesliga this season, Leonard Carr. And one assist as well, a total of 8 appearances for the Bayern Munich first team. And made the move from the under-19s into the senior side. Carl. Camus, little ding towards the back post. Elias Anza hits it into the ground and then over. But all the time in the world there, perhaps a little too much time. Comes off the shin rather than the laces of his boot. Really should be 2-0 for Germany there. Camus does exceptionally well to pick him out. With just a little chip towards the back post. Anza very nearly with his second goal for the under-21s. And a second for Germany here tonight. 10 minutes still to go in this first half. And even if Germany have dominated proceedings, just a 1-0 down, Malta still very much in this. All it takes is one quick counter-attack, or even a dead ball situation, a foul inside the box and a penalty. And they're right back in it. Jeltsch on the move, bulldozes his way through the middle. Out wide to Lennart Carl. Floats one in towards the back post. And the header out of play by Vassallo was an important one. Would have been unaware of who was behind him and how close they might have been. Anza probably a good 3-4 meters away. Not necessarily much of a threat. But Vassallo will not have known that. Defends that situation very well. Next corner for Germany, this time from the far side. Over everyone's head. Cleared in the end by Azopardi. Germany will come again. Bischoff sends it in early. A little too far ahead of Tresoldi. Does find Carl on the opposite flank. Jeltsch into Chem line. Carl! 2-0. Lennart Carl scores on his under-21 debut. And it's a textbook finish after textbook football from Germany. Jeltsch with the ball inside to Kemlein. He quickly gets rid of it and lays it up to Lennart Carl. Definitely onside. No worries about that. One touch to settle himself and then caresses it into the far corner. Beautifully taken from the youngster. Welcome to the under-21s, Lennart Carl. The first of many. What a season this young man is having. You can't say Germany don't deserve a second goal. There's been one-way traffic throughout. Lennart Carl has probably been one of the standout performers and is rewarded for his efforts in his first ever goal at under-21 level. A slight misunderstanding there between defender and goalkeeper. Would it be costly? Carl. Jeltsch starts his engine. Good tackle to put the ball out of play by Hilly there, as Malta concede another corner. Defence struggling to catch its breath here in this first half. Pressure has been constant throughout. Tresoldi closest to it. And Kemlein has a swing from not too far out. Looks like he just cuts underneath it as it skies over the crossbar. Nearly a third. There's another look at Tom Bischoff's opener. And Lennart Karl doubling Germany's lead. Just some fine link-up play with Kemlein. Ball lands at the feet of Tresoldi. Kemlein unable to get the shot off. Right to Ulrich again. Another early ball in. Now Kemlein with the header. And a handful of chances for Kemlein in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Aljoscha Kemlein, the Union Berlin player, making his 5th appearance for the under-21s here tonight, yet to find the back of the net in a Germany shirt. Seems to be edging closer and closer with every chance. Someone tells me he might still have a few tonight. Kemlein fouled by Tuma. Germany get the ball rolling quickly. Out wide to Anza, Kemlein's teammate at Union Berlin. Anza into Tresoldi. Just can't quite get a grip of the ball there. Slight slip as well, didn't help either. I think the only complaint Antonio De Salvo might have is the fact that Germany haven't scored more than 2. Certainly had plenty of opportunities to lead by more. The half not over yet though. Anza out wide to Ulrich. Dinks one towards the back post. And Karl getting ready to get acrobatic. Pass for the highlight reel from Kummer. Jelch. Inside to Kummer. Kummer takes a deflection. Another Germany corner. Good height and distance. Ends up, or Kashi, excuse me, under pressure, unable to find the target there with the header. Ends up unable to keep it in play. A little over 2 minutes still to go. Here in the Sportpark Ronhof. Every time Malta send the ball upfield, it just comes straight back in the form of the next wave of Germany attacks. Still, the damage could have been much worse. They're not down and out just yet, Malta, even if they've had very little of the game. Still do feel like it's going to take something very special to turn things around here. Hansa does really well. And to be fair, he's defended just as impressively by Attard, the number 7. Elias Hansa perhaps not too happy. A lack of a decision. Attard with a handful of his shirts. Not once but twice there. You can understand the frustration from Hansa. He's been kept very busy. Attard. There is the half-time whistle, so no time added on. A free-flowing game here in Bavaria as Germany lead by 2-0. Bischoff starting the party just 9 minutes in with a long-range effort. Lennart Carr scoring on his under-21 debut just before the break to give Germany a 2-goal cushion heading into the second half. Everything going to plan so far for Antonio Di Salvo and his youngsters. Let's hope for more in the second. The second 45, not too far away. Grab yourself a snack and a drink, and make sure you get back for that in just a few. We'll see you there. So, ready to rumble for the second 45 here at the home of Greuther Fürth. Germany's under-21s 2-0 up against Malta in this their fourth group game of qualification for the European Championships in 2027. Everything going to plan so far. Very much one-way traffic all night here. Total of 17 shots compared to Malta's 1 for Germany. 5 of those on target. 74% ball possession. And more than twice as many passes made. So dominant to say the least. The only area or room for improvement, I'm sure, for Antonio Di Salvo. His efficiency when it comes to taking those chances, creating plenty, but have only found the back of the net twice so far. That could very easily change in this second half, of course. Goals from Tom Bischoff and Lennart Karl on his under-21 debut, doing the damage in the first period of play. Doesn't look like Antonio Di Salvo has made any changes at the break. Same 11 out for the second half. As Lennart Karl has probably been the best player here tonight. Rewarded with a goal for his efforts. Germany nearly kicking off this second half with a third. Karl with the delivery, whipped in towards the back post. Ulrich inches away from getting his head on the end of it. And apart from Lennart Karl, I have to say Kömür has probably been the other standout performer. He's looked really good on the ball, hardly put a foot wrong. Soldi on the receiving end of an arm to the side of the head. Winning Germany a free kick. A very promising position here. Mert Kömür standing over the ball. Another player whose performance will probably deserve a goal. Really has been very impressive, the Augsburg midfielder. This is his third appearance at under-21 level. So Kömür and Bischoff standing over the ball. I think it would suit Kömür just a little better. Just can't get it down. Just wouldn't dip for him. It's been such a mature performance from the youngster. That sort of attacking midfield role. One back straight away. There's Lennart Karl. Jeltsch able to win it back inside the Malta half. Germany will keep the pressure on. And Karl caught late. Bit of a wild challenge. We'll see the next player go into the book here. There's Hilly. Sees yellow. There was a bit of a dangerous tackle there. Did have his studs up as well. Catching the inside of the left ankle. And Karl hobbles away, but looks like he's all right. Ulrich puts in the early cross. Can't really get any height on it. Zapardi then brought down by Bischoff. To relieve the pressure, if only for a moment. Launched forward. Tuma, who's sort of been left on his own. Hasn't had a lot of help or support up there. Poor Malta number 9. Hasn't lacked an effort. But has really been feeding on scraps all night. Doesn't get the free kick either. Malta will have the throw though. Still very reluctant to get players forward. Even at 2-0 down. As a result, they don't have too many options when they do find themselves in promising areas. This is more like it though. Ewerum. Able to get the shot off, can't get it past the defender though. Well blocked. Soldi tries to hold it up. Still Tresoldi does eventually get the free kick. Scicluna just a little too close for comfort there. Free kick taken short. Kamur sends it out wide to Karl. Karl forward to Jelch. Little cut back. And now Tresoldi. Oh, shouts for handball there from the Germany number 9. Felt it was blocked unfairly. Get a better look at it here, perhaps. No, it does come off the back of the Malta captain, Mikolev. Range effort up and over from Kamur. The Malta defence just caught napping there on that corner. Could have been very costly. Bischoff as well to hold off the challengers. Ulrich has a bit of space here. Whips one in towards the back post. Kemlein, and then it's deflected onto the crossbar by Scicluna. Incredible defensive effort there. And the Malta number 5, Kemlein, must have been convinced he'd scored. Lennart Karl there with a chance for his second. Slices the effort over the crossbar. Incredible effort there on the line by Mikolev. Here comes Germany again. Lennart Karl dances past 2 defenders. Kamur gets the shot off. Karl on the rebound. Sargent with back-to-back saves. The second better than the first. And Kashi gets the decision just inside the Malta half. As it is, we're just trying to break forward. Honestly, Germany could easily be 5 or 6 up here this evening. Doesn't mean they might not still find the back of the net a few more times. Somehow Malta keeping it at just 2-0 at the moment. Backhaus hasn't had much to do tonight. Given away cheaply there by Bischoff. Final ball, simply not good enough though. Mazopardi. Now Lennart Karl has space to work with out on the right. Majority of Germany's attacking play has come down that right wing. Cross to Anza. Anza shifted it into his right foot, then drags it wide of the near post. I think he might have had the keeper beat there. He'd been on target. Here's another look. And that double save from Sargent. And Lennart Karl could have probably had a hat-trick himself here tonight on his debut. There's missed opportunities that cost Germany against Greece. What was a bitter defeat and a tough pill to swallow. Antonio De Salvo's team, but I think being a little bit more clinical in front of goal is definitely something that he will feel his side can still work towards. Nothing wrong in terms of chance creation. Jelch finds himself out of position. Ball whipped in towards the near post. Ulrich on the spin, does well to hit the target. As Sargent remains busy but wide awake. In goal for Malta. Corner taken short. Camus. Ding towards the back post. Whistle goes. Karshi judged to have just pushed his opponent in the back there before nodding it into the back of the net. It was a lovely little chip towards the back post from Camus as he continues to cause Malta so many problems. I'm not sure there was that much in that. Seems like a bit of a soft call from the ref, if you ask me. Not the best boot upfield there from Sargent. Bischoff then gives away the free kick. Germany captain with a little too much to say. Run back easily by Germany. Elias Anza. Still Anza. And again, Sargent keeps Germany out. As the chances continue to pile up, the pressure continues to build. Camus with a cheeky nutmeg. Just simply too many bodies in the way in the end. That young man is putting together a man of the match performance for me. It's been unplayable for the opposition. Every time he's on the ball, he's creating something going forward. Tresoldi. Kemline gets in the way. Wanted to play it out wide to Carl. Half an hour still to go. Malta holding on at 2-0. Still not down and out with just a 2-goal deficit. Even if you do struggle to see a way back into it for them. Nice switch of play. There's Lennart Karp. To Camus. Understanding between those two has been superb all night. Kemline with another opportunity. And again, not the outcome he was hoping for. He's up into the middle. Tresoldi. working tirelessly to try and create space for the shot. Malta continue to just crowd the penalty area. Chance to break now for the visitors in red. Azopardi can't find a way past Karshi. The ball goes out for a goal kick. Carl out wide to Anza. Been really good variety in Germany's play. Another one. Close but no cigar. Tom Bischoff scored from long range in the first. Comes off the head of Shikluna. And out for a corner. Do have to give credit where it's due. I have to say, although Malta have not really impressed going forward or in an attacking sense, defensively, there have been some really good individual performances. Two central defenders, Shikluna and Mikalev, have done well. Hilly and Vassallo, the two full-backs, have had a really tough night, but have done all right. And their goalkeeper, Sargent, has come up with some really good saves. Not keeping that one out though. And now Bischoff does have his second. Again, I think Sargent, just like with Bischoff's first, unable to react in time, seeing it very late. It's another great strike from Bischoff. He just picks his spot early. And sends the ball home. Germany have their third. And now Malta need to try and make sure the floodgates don't open. With a good 26.5 minutes still to go here. Anza does really well. Drop of the shoulder takes care of the second challenge. Back in towards Tresoldi. And Bischoff looking for a hat-trick. Kemline simply can't find the back of the net. He's desperately been trying to get his name on the score sheet as well. It's probably 6 or 7 efforts now from Kemline. And now there is a fourth. And Tom Bischoff has a hat-trick. All three from outside the box as well. Oh, what a night for the Under-21 captain. Beautifully placed. Just takes a bounce just before it arrives in goal as well, which is always more difficult for the keeper. As they take a slight deflection off the head of Vassallo there. Whether it does or not, I don't think it was going to change much. It's always heading for that far corner. And Tom Bischoff is at 3 goals as Germany decide to make some changes here. Kade coming on to make his debut. Pejcinovic, Nelson Viper, and Mohamed Dama. The other 3 joining him out there. Kemline Yelch. Some of the players coming off. Then quite catch all of them there. I'll try and get that information to you. Some nifty players to be bringing on for Antonio Di Salvo. Not quite Tresoldi's nights. That's Nelson Viper, not a bad replacement. 5 goals in 15 appearances for the under-21 so far. Goes down in the box, no real reaction from Nelson Viper though, so probably tells you all you need to know. Probably not much in it. And now we have a 5th. As Lennart Karl goes hunting for a hat-trick. His tally up to 2 now. And all on his under-21 debut. It's another stunning finish as well. Given far too much space. He's always looking for the far corner. Doesn't he find it well? Doesn't even have to look at goal. Knows exactly where he wants to put that. Inside side netting. Germany in cruise control now. They're missing almost every chance in the second 45. Now almost scoring with every opportunity. Oh, chance here for Malta. Kept out by Mio Backhaus, who's had nothing to do all night, but was wide awake there to deny Tuma what would have been Malta's first goal of qualification as well. Little fortunate to see it find its way through to him. Perhaps takes it just a little too early. Wasn't the worst of efforts though. Could see what he was looking for. Far corner, kept it low. Plenty of power behind it as well. Seemed to strike it cleanly, but Backhaus positioned really well. Bischoff does his best but can't keep the ball in play. Vucinovic, only just come on. Sargent with the save, and unable to collect a second time round as well. Jenan Vucinovic, the Wolfsburg forward, does have 2 goals in just 4 appearances already. The under-21s. He's come off the bench to score both of those as well, so it'll be the same here tonight. He's got just under 20 minutes to add to Germany's impressive scoreline. So Malta make a few changes now as well. So, Daniel Letherby, Josh Pitts, and Lucas Caruana. 3 players coming on. Well, Davide Mazzotta showing support to his players. Was always going to be a tough night for Malta up against Germany. To be fair to them, they've done well to keep it at just 5. Still got time to peg one back as well. As already mentioned, yet to get off the mark in terms of goal scoring during the qualifiers here. Do have a free kick to work with. I was going to say, Lennart Karl had a man of the match performance on his debut with 2 goals as well. But it's hard to get past captain Tom Bischoff. Hat-trick and an assist. Quite literally leading by example. There's Nelson Viper. Runs the ball out of play before he can get it across into the middle. Germany now clearly the team with the most goals scored in Group F of the qualification process. Total of 14 so far. Conceded just 4. There's a better goal difference than that of Greece, who currently sit top of the table on maximum points as things stand, and will very likely be the case. Germany move up into 2nd in the group on 9 points, 2 ahead of Northern Ireland in 3rd. We started the day in 2nd. Good reading of play there from Backhouse, as off his line, Josh Pitts trying to catch him out, but can't get quite enough distance and probably a little too much height in that long range effort. Sean Gatt getting ready to come on for Malta now as well. Tom Bischoff, a big smile on his face, and rightfully so. What a hat-trick from the Germany captain. All 3 shots from outside the box, and one more lethal than the other. Here's Lennart Karl, he's on a hat-trick as well. All over the top for Tuma to chase and latch onto. Tuma. Outside side netting. Just can't get the finish right. It's always going to be difficult from what was an acute angle there. Now Arjan Ibrahimovic will come on to make his under-21 debut, replacing Mert Kömür. Fantastic performance from Kömür. He gets a firm handshake from Antonio Di Salvo. Superb stuff from the Augsburg midfielder. And looks happy with his performance as well he should be. So Ibrahimovic, the Heidenheim player, gets his first taste of under-21 action under Antonio Di Salvo. That's about 12 minutes or so, plus some change to impress. Selfish play there from Lennart Karl, trying to set it up for Nelson Viper. Great football from Germany. Viper trying to get the shot off. Again, too many bodies in the way. Yellow card for Vasello. Crashing into Lennart Karl there. Quick to make sure the Germany youngster's okay. Just led with that right arm. Catches him right in the side of the face. Painful one. The Bayern Munich youngster. Third yellow card on the night for Malta. Bischoff, the delivery, can't quite whip it round the back of the defence. Tuma continues his run. Touch takes it away from goal. Chance here! Oh, what a chance as well for Malta. Their best of the game. Sean Gatt at the back post, heads it down, but just wide. It's a great ball to pick him out from Tuma. And Gatt very nearly does everything right. Unfortunate not to score there. Antonio Di Salvo will be just as eager to keep a clean sheet here tonight. Ulrich. Karl tries to head it back across, doesn't really get enough power behind it. Does come back into the box, but straight into the hands of Sargent in goal. And to be fair to Malta, they've done well to steady the ship slightly. At one point it looked like Germany were going to score with each and every shot on goal. Might still find the back of the net, played in just behind. Maybe a Malta free kick, much to the surprise of Namdi Collins there. Not happy with the call. So Nathan Cross coming on for Malta now as well. Will replace their number 9, Tuma. He's put in a decent shift. Not had a lot to work with. Had 2 very good chances to score though. Nearly. Provided Sean Gatt with a first goal for Malta here in the qualifiers as well. Wide to Letherby. Germany playing their way out of trouble very nicely there. Heading towards the final 5 minutes of the 90. Should it end 5-0, it will be Malta's third 5-0 defeat during qualification, having lost by the same score to both Greece and Georgia. Bischoff, the hat-trick hero. To Ulrich, now out wide. Ibrahimovic. Bischoff. Inside to Ulrich, head up straight away, looking for the cross, blocked and out for a corner. It comes off Daniel Letherby. Mohamed Dama. Dama makes it 6. Sneaks it into the back of the net. Mohamed Dama with his 3rd goal for the under-21s. The Hoffenheim man comes off the bench to add to the tally. Knew exactly where he wanted to put it. Saw a little gap and was more than happy to oblige. Maybe a little fortunate, but He will not care one bit. One of those goals he'll be absolutely delighted about. Probably a little disappointed not to be in the starting lineup, Mohamed Dama. Some of the performances he's put in. And then to see his teammates who did start the game out there scoring goals, he'll feel it was important to lay down an individual marker. Just give Antonio Di Salvo something to think about in that upcoming game in 4 days' time. And Germany take on Georgia on the 18th of November. Antonio Di Salvo once more. You never know what kind of a role goal difference could play in the end, so very much score as many as you can sort of situation here, as Mohamed Dama is hacked out just inside the Malta half. Letherby shown a yellow card. Very late challenge there on the Hoffenheim player. Although Mohamed Dama's goal was a really good one, you probably have to say it's the least spectacular one we've seen tonight. Been some absolute crackers from Germany. Collins able to recover in the nick of time there. 90 minutes just about up. Pacinovic wins the free kick. Gives Germany a chance to send another ball into the box. Oh, taking it short instead. Viper try to just play it in behind to Mohamed Dama. Ulrich with the cross. There's Kade. Dama out wide to Ulrich. Lovely precision on that pass from Mohamed Dama. Always looking to get on the ball, the Germany number 10. Just so good with it at his feet as he wins his side another free kick. Tamar goes for goal, headed off the line. Mikalev there. The first clearance off the line from the Malta captain. Ulrich fizzes one across the face of goal. Pinballs off a player and then off the crossbar. It's Hilly who nearly puts the ball into the back of his own net. So 5 minutes added on, 2.5 almost gone. Will we have a 7th? Oh, will that be all she wrote here in Bavaria? Karshi sends it back upfield, headed on by Pecinovic. Lennart Karl to Mohamed Damar. Puts the brakes on it, then dinks one to the back post, off the line again. And again it's Mikalev. That's a hat-trick of clearances off the line from him. Damar fires it into his own player. Pecinovic puts it over on the rebound. Oh, what an effort from the Malta captain. Nelson Viper can't believe he hasn't scored. And 6-0 down, to still be putting that sort of an effort in shows why he is Malta's captain. It's been the main reason Germany haven't scored more. Both him and Sargent in goal. Absolutely superb displays. Never mind the scoreline. Too much on that for Pecinovic. Damar cuts it back, no one there to receive it. And there is the final whistle. Antonio De Salvo's under-21s with a very impressive display. 6-0 the final score against Malta, as Germany now move up into second on 9 points in Group F of the European Championship qualifiers. Just 3 behind Greece now. A hat-trick for captain Tom Bischoff. His first goals at under-21 level. A brace for debutant Lennart Karl. An all-round superb display from Antonio De Salvo's team. Thoroughly deserving of the final score, and can now look forward to that game against Georgia in 4 days' time, where hopefully they can put in a similar performance. Thank you for joining us here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next time. Stay safe and take care.